What's up, inklings of all colors? Jake here to bring you guys some behind the scenes news about Splatoon 2. Some lovely adventurous people data mined the hidden files of Splatoon 2 and found some interesting things that may be coming in future updates. So this video will have spoilers about upcoming updates. So if you don't want to hear them, cover your ears with your tentacles now. But if you want to see and hear about some of the possibilities that Splatoon 2 could have in the future, then drop all your tentacles and open your squid ears, because this is some really cool stuff. So first section is about maps. There are incomplete files that they found of revamped versions of Kelp Dome and Black Belly Skate Park, which supposedly will be introduced in 1.1.1 update. So some revamped, reintroduced Splatoon 1 maps with some updated features and graphics and things like that. That could be cool, just to add some more maps to the game. There's additional maps called Line and Tunnel, which are in development. So two kind of codenamed new maps, supposedly. There's also placeholder images for maps revealed in the direct named Kawa and Pillar. And there will be some updates to Shifty Station as well. So that is possibly two updated new maps, two brand new maps, and then Shifty Station. And there are some updates about possible new Salmon Run stages. And Salmon Run is great. It's so much fun, but it does get a little repetitive being on that same piece of land over and over again. So there's potentially two more that have internal names of Shake House and 3 Points. Maybe the 3 Points is like 3 different islands or three, like a triangular shape. I'm not really sure. But again, this is supposedly coming with the 1.1.1 update. So these are the 4 planned stages for Salmon Run that they had supposedly initially come up with and had from the beginning, and we're going to release eventually. So again, that's 2 new Salmon Run maps as well, so a total of 4. There's also some information about upcoming weapons. Supposedly the Grizzco company is going to be sponsoring weapons and making their own weapons, possibly to be used in multiplayer as well. There's a blaster that there's a little image of that I'll put up, a charger and a umbrella type weapons that were found in the files. There's also a brand new type of weapon, a brand new class of weapon called the Squeezer that I'll put an image up to. And there's even Sheldon's explanation for what the Squeezer does that I will read to you now. It says, Squeezer. The Squeezer main is a new type of semi-auto shooter where 1 trigger pull equals 1 ink shot. Holding down ZR won't provide a steady stream of ink, but spamming the trigger will give you a rapid fire. With a damage output you'll really dig. Set up a splash wall to protect your team, then head for the front lines. The semi-auto style is a great way to control your ink use, put even far off foes on notice with the Stingray special. If you've got confidence in your aim, give this single shot set a try. So it almost sounds like a revolver in a way that has a pretty high damage output, and it is going to be paired with the splash wall sub weapon and the Stingray special. There's also going to be a variant called the foil squeezer, and Sheldon says, we took a squeezer, slapped the manufacturer's logo on it, and foil squeezer was born. Boom! The main weapon has the action of the original squeezer, but it now comes with splat bombs, so flush them out. Then take careful aim. Blow up the front lines with the bubble blower special, then charge in with your team and take out the opposition. It's a fairly aggressive set, but the main weapon requires steady aim, making it suited for veteran battlers. So this is kind of an advanced weapon class that you could either be paired with a splat wall as your sub and the Stingray as your special, or this variant foil squeezer will have splat bombs as your sub and bubble blower as your special. And this is supposedly suited for the more advanced players who are very confident in their aim and can revolver kind of shot people with some high damaging splats. There is also a little bit about potentially playable octolings. People found in the player type and then model type subcategory some files that are named oct, and then near that there's also a value for oct boy. So possibly there is going to be the potential to play as octolings. I don't know when they would have this unveiled. Will there be a Splatfest that divides Pearl and Marina, since Marina is an octoling, and it's octolings versus inklings, and then you're able to play as octolings if you choose to be on them? Maybe it's just for one Splatfest, you know, there's like a takeover, and you know how in this most recent Splatfest they let you spray splat ketchup and mayonnaise colored ink. Maybe one Splatfest is going to be where you can play as Octolings, and it's not going to be a permanent character, but maybe just for Splatfest you can play as an Octoling boy or an Octoling girl. Maybe Marina wants to host her own Splatfest or something of that sort. But again, there's no confirmation about any of this, but there's the possibility that Octolings could be playable at some point. So again, a lot of this is supposed to be introduced in the 1.1.1 update. Just to recap really quick, 2 revamped maps, Kelpstone and Blackbelly Skate Park, 2 new maps codenamed Line and Tunnel, some Shifty Station updates, 2 new Salmon Run maps codenamed Shake House and 3 Points, new weapons from Grizzco, a blaster, a charger, and a brella, and a brand new weapon type / class called the Squeezer with the original Squeezer and a foil Squeezer, and then the possibility of playing as Octoling boys and Octoling girls. That is all coming from the hidden files in Splatoon 2 that people data mined with their own time and were that invested in the game and wanted to figure out what more new content is coming for Splatoon 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes info video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments down below what you're most excited for or what updates you want to see in Splatoon 2. And make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all things Nintendo Switch and Splatoon 2 related. But until next time, Switch Force out.